everyone and welcome. Today's project is going to be a adjustable dog collar. I will be using a biothene adapter for this collar. If you're not familiar with a biothene adapter, I will leave a link below where I show you guys how you can make your own. If you want to use leather instead of biothene, you can still use my instructions, and I will leave that link below. For this collar, I named it Dark Rainbow. Basically, that's what the cord is called that I'm going to be using on this collar. But this collar is also going to be themed for Pride Month. I'm going to have a few different styles of rainbow cord collars out, and this is the first one that I'm going to be putting out. So for the supplies that you'll need for this collar, like I said, I'm going to be using a biothene adapter for this collar. I have 3/4 inch rings, and I use them for my biothene. And I have my double cow's hitch hooked up to that. Now, if you're not familiar with how to do double cow's hitch, again, I can put a link down below for you guys to follow along. I show you how to do it for the square rings for an adapter, or if you want to use a quick release buckle, I show you how to do that as well in the same video. And if you're not familiar with how to put it on your jig, I do go over that as well. And that link will also be below. So for the cord that I'm going to be using today is, I have my 550 paracord, and I'm going to be using all 550 paracord today. So I have 550 in black that I have my double cow's hitch hooked up to. I'm also going to have another 550 black cord, and then I have two dark rainbow 550 paracord. So I have these two. The first cord that I'm going to be adding is one of the rainbow cords, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to loosen up my two cow's hitches, and I'm using a paracord needle. If you don't have one, it's quite alright. You can melt the top of your cord and make a hard cap on it, and that helps push the cord through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in between these two cow's hitches, just like that. I'll pull this cord to the other side, and I'll bring the middle of the cord to the top of my work. The next cord that I'm going to be adding is the other black cord. And what I want to do here is I'm going to fold this cord in half, and then I will have a little loop. I want to take this loop now, and I want to push it down this square ring at the top of my work. So you're just going to go down with that loop. Then you can take your finger and go in between these two cords for the double cow's hitch hookup. Go in between those two elongated cords. You can grab your loop and pull it up in between. Take your ends of the cord now and push it down that loop. And before you tighten that up, you can take your other rainbow cord, and what you're going to do here is you're just going to go in between this one cow's hitch, the one that you just made. You're going to take your cord and go in that cow's hitch. Bring this cord now to the middle at the top of your work, and you can tighten everything up. Okay, once you have all of your cords in the middle at the top of your work and everything is nice and tight, you can double check those measurements just to make sure that nothing has moved around. You can also roll up the ends of all of your cords, but I do suggest, because we are working with multiple of the same color cords, that you roll one set up a little bit different than another. And what I mean by that is, so I have my black cord that I did my double cow's hitch in, and then I have my other black cord that I did that single cow's hitch in. So the ones that I did for the double cow's hitch, I have rolled up fairly small, and then the ones that I have for the single cow's hitch, I rolled up a little bit larger, And that's just to help me figure out which one I'm going to be grabbing first. I did the same for the dark rainbow cord. I have the one that I put through the double cow's hitch. Both of those are rolled up small. And then the one that I did through the single cow's hitch, I rolled up a little bit larger. To start this project off, I'm going to be starting off on my right side with the smaller bundle of black. And what I want to do here is I'm going to go underneath this first cord, right up the middle, and then over that second cord that is on my left. So go take the smaller bundle of black on your right side, go underneath the first cord, right up the middle, over the second cord. Next, I'm going to take my black on my right side, that's the smaller bundle, and I'm going to go underneath the cord that I just worked. I'm going to go underneath the first cord that is now on my left, up the middle, and then over the second cord that is now on my right. So really basically what you're doing is you're just going underneath and right up the middle and then over. Next, I'm going to take my smaller bundle of dark rainbow, and what I want to do here is I'm going to go underneath all of my work, right up the middle, and then I have this loop on my right side, and I'm going to go down that loop. So I'm going to take the smaller bundle of dark rainbow on my right side, I'm going to go underneath all of my work, right up the middle, and then down that loop of the black on my right. Take your smaller bundle of dark rainbow on the left, and you're going to go underneath, again, all your work, right up the middle, and then you're going to go down this loop that you made on your left side. So go underneath, right up the middle, and then down that loop on your left side. Next, you are going to take your dark rainbow, the larger bundle, and you want to find these two horizontal black pieces that are in the middle, and you can pick up on them a little bit. What you're going to do here is you're going to take your dark rainbow and you're going to go over those two horizontal pieces and around and right up the middle. So go over and around, right up the middle, and then you can drape it down. Take the larger bundle of dark rainbow on the left side, and you're going to go over and around and right up the middle. So go over and around and right up the middle, and then you can drape that down. Next, you're going to take your black larger bundle on your right side. What you want to do is you want to go over to the right of your dark rainbow, and you're going to find those two horizontal pieces again. You're going to go over and around those horizontal pieces, and you're going to come up in between the dark rainbow and your working cord. So you're going to go over and around and come up in between the dark rainbow and the black that you're working with. Now you're going to go on the left side of your dark rainbow, and you're going to go over and around, and again you're going to come up in between the black that you're working with and the dark rainbow. So you're going to go to the left and then go over and around, come up in between the dark rainbow and your black cord that you're working with, and then you can tighten it up. Once you have it tightened up, what you're going to want to do is you have your two dark rainbow cords coming out of the middle right here. And what I'm going to be doing with them is I'm going to put the one that is on my left, I'm going to go towards my left. The one on my right, I'll go towards my right. And then you have your two black cords that are coming directly out of the bottom part of your weave. You can just take those two cords and place them to the top for now. What we're going to do now is we'll start that weave all over again. We're going to take the smaller bundle of black on your right side, go underneath the first cord, right up the middle, over the second cord. Take your take your black smaller bundle on your left side, go underneath the cord that you just worked, and you can go underneath your first cord, which is now on your left, right up the middle, and then over that second cord on your right. Take your smaller bundle of dark rainbow and you're going to go underneath all of your work, right up the middle, and then you have your loop on your right side that you're going to go down that loop. So go underneath, right up the middle, down that loop on your right. Take the one on your left, you're going to go underneath, right up the middle again, and then down that loop on your left. So go underneath, right up the middle, whoops, and then down that loop on your left. Now you're going to take your black cords with the larger bundle, take the one on the right side, find those two horizontal black cords again, you can pick up on them. You're going to go over and around those two cords and right up the middle. So go over and around and right up the middle, and then drape it down. Take the one on the left now, go over and around, right up the middle again. Over and around, right up the middle, and you can drape that down. Now we are going to go to the right of the black cord that we just worked. So we're going to go all the way to the right and find those two horizontal pieces of black. Now you're going to take your larger bundle of rainbow and you're going to go over and around those two horizontal pieces, and you're going to come up in between your black cord and your rainbow cord that you're working. So go over and around and right up in between the black and the cord that you're working. Go all the way to the left of the black cord that you recently just worked. You're going to go over and around, and you're going to come up in between your working cord and the black cord. Just take the one on the left, go over and around and up, and you'll be in between the cord that you're working, which is the dark rainbow, and your black cord. And now you can tighten it up. Once you have it tightened up, we're going to start that weave all over again. So I'm going to start off with my, actually what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my two black cords that are coming out of the very top. Make sure that they're not crisscrossed, and I'm going to put the one to the left and then go one to the right. I'm going to take my two larger bundle of dark rainbow, and I'm just going to put those to the top for now. And now I'll take my smaller bundle of black. I'm going to go underneath this first cord, right up the middle, over that second cord. Take the cord of the black smaller bundle on the left and go underneath the cord that you just worked. Go underneath that first cord, right up the middle, over that second cord. Now I'm going to take the smaller bundle of dark rainbow, and I'm going to go underneath all my work, right up the middle, and go down that loop on my right. Take the one on the left, go underneath, right up the middle, and down that loop on my left. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my larger bundle of dark rainbow, find those two horizontal pieces, pick up on them a little bit. I'm going to take my larger bundle of rainbow, I'm going to go over and around and right up the middle. So over, around, right up the middle, and then drape it down. Take the one on the left, go over and around, right up the middle again, and drape it down. Now I'm going to go to the right of my dark rainbow cord that I just worked, find those two horizontal pieces, take my black now, and I'm going to go over and around, and I'm going to come up in between my working cord and the dark rainbow. Go over and around and come up in between. Go all the way to the left now of your dark rainbow that you just worked, and you're going to take the larger bundle of black and on the left, and you're going to go over and around, and then right up in between the dark rainbow and the cord that you're working. And then you can tighten it up. I went a few more weaves down so you can see a bigger picture of what it's going to be looking like. And I'm going to continue the same weave all the way down the collar. And when I get to the end, I'll show you guys how I do the tie off and what it looks like when I have the biothane adapter on. Alright guys, I am at the end of my collar and I took it off the jig, and now we can sew or weave in the top cords. And my top cords are going to be the cords that are coming directly out of the top part of my collar. So I have the 2 black and then the 2 rainbow as well. And then I have the ones that are coming out of the side, and that's where I will cut and melt those. So we can weave these in. I'm going to start with my black that is on my right side. And you have a gap between your you have a hole right here between your 2 cow hitches. That's where you're going to want to take your black cord, right through that hole. You're going to do it on the right and the left. Once you have those 2 cords going through the hole, what you're going to do is you're going to take your rainbow that is on your right side, and you have a gap between your work and this cow's hitch on your right side. You're going to go in that gap. And let's try this again. So you're going to go in that gap and pull it to the other side. And you have another gap on the left side between your work and the cow's hitch. You're going to take your other rainbow cord that is on your left side and you're going to just push it through that gap. And that will help keep that and because you did it in that order, you kept the weave going all the way to the end of the collar. And now we can cut and melt everything. So I'm going to start off on my side. And I'm going to go about a quarter of the way up. I'm going to fray them out. I'm going to melt them and then I will squish them down. Try not to let them catch on fire. It does happen. Squish that down. Do the same for the next one. Now you're going to do the same on the opposite side. So once you've finished both sides, you can start on the middle cords, and I am going to start on my right side with the rainbow cord. I'm going to cut it about the same length, maybe a little bit longer. Fray that out as well. And now I'm going to melt that and squish it down as well. And I will do the rest of the cords one at a time, the same way as I did the yellow. Okay, once you have that taken care of, you can use the color as is. You can hook up to your adapter to it and use it. I like to put a little bit of Gorilla Glue on the ends that I melted, so I will be doing that. I use clear non-foaming Gorilla Glue. It is waterproof, so it won't come off in the water or mess up on your dog's hair. I do this with all of my collars and leashes. It's like a little bit of an extra security. Like I said, you can use the collar as is. So I'm going to put this Gorilla Glue on the ends that I melted. And a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a whole bunch, and you're just going to smear it around with your finger. And then once that's done, I will let it dry. It takes a couple of hours for it to dry where I live. And I do like the way the color came out. I think it's pretty. Yeah, back to the glue. So, a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a whole bunch. And so after it's dry, I'll let you guys see what the finished result looks like.